Welcome to Morning Chatter Podcast with your host Chelsea
and Courtney. Hello.
Long
Welcome
time no
back.
here.
Or see.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm all here.
We'll put this up where you can see it.
Yes.
But we fired production. Kind of. We laid him off a little bit, so there won't be no more lights, no more cool editing.
Budget cuts.
Yeah, seriously. His time is better spent elsewhere, like doing the dishes
He
or
can't
something.
work from home. Sorry, but
So, yeah.
that's okay.
Raw from my phone. You know, we wanted to come back, but we needed to make it like as easy as possible.
Yeah, less stress.
I don't want to be like spiraling like I did on the other days.
Less stress, more fun.
Yeah.
So
here
because
we
that's
are.
what it is, and we're gonna do it, and we're gonna have a good time for sure. So I think what we're gonna do is talk about where we've been.
I
8
guess,
months,
yeah,
right?
So we'll
It's
recap
been
what's
a
going
long
on
time.
in the world right now.
We could be here for hours.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll just shorten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess we could just talk about in the beginning why we went on our little quarantine break.
We're on our break.
First, it was you had a baby.
Oh yeah, I got pregnant and I was so
super
sick.
stressed. Yeah,
super
sick.
nauseous. And so I'm
Not
like,
doing
I'm
good.
gonna take a little break. And then
Took a break.
right when I was starting to feel better, dun dun dun,
Let's do a quarantine.
the Rona came out.
Yeah, hardcore
so,
too.
like, okay, I guess we'll.
Well, wait.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I felt like with the first 2 weeks of the quarantine, it was like kind of like the honeymoon phase because you're like, cool.
Yeah, hey,
I don't
we're
have to
all
go
here.
anywhere.
Yeah,
And I
sweats.
can clean and I can like organize.
Hang
and,
out and eat.
yeah, I was like, great. I actually.
I mean, my life hasn't really changed.
Yeah,
since
I
the
was like,
first
I
2
really
weeks.
kind of liked it. I was like, this is kind of cool. And then it extended into about 8 months. What was that? 5 months when we could go back? 3 months?
I don't even know.
I don't even remember.
What month are we in now?
8.
October. 10. Wait, what?
Wow.
Oh, I think you meant the month number 8.
Oh no, like it's been
I
8
just woke
months
up like
since
20
we-
minutes ago.
You're all, that's August. Not July. Yeah, August. I was like, no, 8 months in the pandemic, I guess you
Okay.
could say, or whatever. So, yeah, that was a trip. I don't know how you reacted to it, but I was like up and down.
Yeah.
Like good days, bad days, good days, bad days. You also sold your house in the middle of it,
Yeah.
which is wild.
9 months pregnant, selling
Sure.
her house.
Why not?
And here we are.
And then you moved.
And we moved.
Nice.
Like a week after I had the baby.
Crazy.
And so she just turned 3 months, so we just needed to get her shit together. And now
Settled.
we're ready to
Good.
come back to this podcast.
Yeah, come back to life, right?
Yeah.
I think that has a big thing to do with getting out of that quarantine mix, though, is coming back to life. Like, okay, we got to get back into your routines, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I went back to work, but only a couple days, so it was like super mellow. But I also was, like we were saying earlier, homeschooling boys, which was
Yeah. Sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, it was
So
really
glad I didn't have
bad.
to deal with that on top of everything
Really
else.
bad. I actually felt really bad for the teachers because I really don't think you have control as a robot over children who are at home.
Yeah.
And so that falls on the parent, but it's like when you have multiple kids at home on multiple devices, Wi-Fi's going out, one's freaking out that they can't load up a freaking Zoom, you know what I mean? So it was rough. And I thought my older one was going to have a hard time because he's on the spectrum, but like it was the younger one that was like freaking out.
Yeah.
Like not doing good. I can't blame him. There's 6, 7 hours sitting
Right,
in front of a
sitting there.
computer, like starting to twitch, you know.
Yeah.
So when he went back, it was like game changer.
Yeah. Well, what would the kids do, like, if the parents had to work? How would they have school?
Or they do it virtually. Some of them went
No,
to.
I know, but, like, how if they're-
Some of them did go to YMCA. I noticed that. And that was hard for them too, because then you're at the YMCA, so you have multiple kids there trying to figure out. It's
Okay,
hard
so
as
they
an
would
adult
help do
trying to
them there?
figure out. Yeah, it's like trying to navigate.
But what if your kid, like, what if you just put him in, like, a regular daycare? Like, then, like, do you
They
just
would have
not
to
do
do it
school all day, or
No, you'd have to do it there.
you have to, because you
You
have to
have to
show
do
up.
it.
You
You
can't, like,
have
do
to,
it, like,
yeah.
when your mom gets home at 5
No,
or something.
it wasn't like it's not like homeschool where it's like you're on your own time.
You
and
had to
you're-
show up on schedule.
You had to show up on schedule and
That's
check
crazy.
in.
That
That
would
was the
suck.
hardest
That would
part.
be, yeah.
Because then it's like I said, when you have that many devices going at the same time, your Wi-Fi is shit. Like
Yeah.
it's like, oh my gosh, like we would have to turn all of our Wi-Fi off on all the other things just so their 2 little computers
Oh,
could work,
gosh.
you know? And it's like, then it would be all slow and glitchy and she's trying to go over like multiplication and you're like, this is so sad.
Yeah.
And it's not good for them. I personally feel like they need interaction, like
Yeah.
with a human being.
Totally.
And even though they can't touch or do any of that kind of stuff at school, like they are limited there too. Like there's certain games they can't play like outside and sports.
Do they
and
have like
everything.
shields up around their desks or
No,
anything?
not at our school. I bet at some schools.
Because
they
I
probably
remember
do.
seeing like don't know if maybe they're just memes or mock-ups or
No,
something.
totally. Yeah, no,
like
there are.
that's,
I wouldn't put it past them. I don't think our schools had the budget for that. They're like, sorry.
yeah, we'll just
No
take a
shields
chance.
for you. Put your damn mask on and wash your hands, basically.
That's so crazy.
And that has been a good thing with that. Like, I feel like with kids, they never wash their hands. So
Right.
now they're absolutely terrified and have to wash their hands, So that's been a plus, I think. I feel like personally, this sounds terrible, but I feel like I got a lot of pluses out of it. You know what I mean? Like, I could have spun that and really went really bad, but I did. I got more time with my family, which I never had. Went from like 0 days off of the boat to like multiple days off, which was rad. I learned a lot from Jack's 6th grade class, so that was nice. I felt like I was repeating 6th grade.
Yeah, but I'm sure like a lot of that's like hard if you haven't like been in it in 30 years.
I was like YouTubing how to do like fractions. I'm like, he's like, how do you do this? I'm like, give me a second. My friend YouTube helped me with a lot of that.
And I hear they like switched to Common Core, which I don't even know what it is. Like they do things different now.
It's different way of teaching and learning.
Of like
it's not just
multiplication or all math.
Really, it was the basic math, what I've seen. Like, when we're doing fractions and stuff, she goes the typical way of how you do fractions. Like, but when you're doing, like, the simple stuff, like 2 times 2 is 4, they would have you break it down into how many other ways can you find 4? It's like, I don't really give a shit. 2 times 2 is 4. Bam, you got it, go. Like, it's like, that part is difficult, but like anything, you just adapt, and we figured it out. But I don't know. Did you feel like you got a lot out of the quarantine, or just feel like it was a mess?
Well, I mean, obviously we didn't have school to deal with, and luckily Jeff could work from home.
That's a bonus.
We actually had my mom, because she's a massage therapist, so she wasn't working. So she basically lived with us for like 5 or 6 months, like March 13th or 14th is when she moved in, until a week after I had the baby. So
and you were pregnant too, so you didn't really want a lot of people around you.
Right. Yeah, we were pretty much on lockdown my whole pregnancy, just because we weren't really like sure what was going on. So
I get it.
Pregnant, chasing after. I mean, you see how wild my
child
is. So it was really nice having
got
her.
Energy for sure.
Having
She's
her
big
there
help.
to take him to the park and run around while I kind of just waddled behind him.
Yeah.
So
For
that
sure.
was nice.
That's a bonus.
Yeah.
And spending that time with your mom too. Like what a blessing.
We didn't know each other.
She needs to go.
But just even like on another side, like a lot of businesses had to like turn and figure out a new way to like do whatever they were doing. So I think a lot of people like got, obviously challenges, but maybe it even like changed some ways they thought about things and ran their business and
100%.
stuff too.
Oh, definitely. We had to shift many times, like, because there were so many weird, like, you didn't know what was going on. They're like, okay, now we're at 50% capacity, and now actually no, you can only go to patio, and now we're at 25%.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being a restaurant owner or like a storefront shop. Like, how stressful to go from like, like some days you probably had no customers because everything was locked down, and then like I'm glad I had so many other stressors. I'm glad we didn't have to worry about that, like that
income.
Part, like the jobs and 100%. The finances as far as that.
Definitely.
My hand is dripping sweat. Again, we don't even have the damn lights
just slides right out.
Hello.
Slippery little sucker. No, that was definitely challenging, but what I found was interesting was I remember when we would sit on the patio back in the day when it was hot, we'd be like, hey, you want to sit on the patio? People were like, oh, God, no, the patio, no way. And now it was like, yes, we'll sit on the patio. Our patio was like booked at 100 degrees. I'm like, I'm appreciative of that, but I would not go sit in 100-degree weather and eat a freaking burger. I'm sorry. Like, absolutely not. I was like, how are these people still coming in? But I think they craved that normalcy, like you get to a point where you're like, I want it to be normal so bad, I don't even care. I'm going to freaking order this burger. I'm going to sit outside 105 degrees while my poor waitress is sitting there sweating with her mask and gloves on. It's like...
Yeah, we've only been out to eat once, I think, since all this, and then just like a few weeks ago, because I'd be nervous. Like, I'd be like, so this person's gonna like touch my food and my plate and things. Like, what if they haven't? Like, we were pretty 100%. Extreme for a while, and now we still wash some of our groceries, to be honest.
Well, that's fine. You have a little
like,
baby.
Yeah, I see both sides. I see the people that are like, I don't give a fuck, I'm going out, living my life, not wearing my mask, and the people that just like stay in, which was us a few months ago. So I totally get both sides, because it's like you kind of don't know, and who knows if the numbers are skewed. Like you just, I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely think it should be our choice though. Like if I want to go out and go to my gym, then I should be able to go to my gym at my own risk.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go out,
and then I'll stay home.
You don't have to go out.
This is a great excuse to not go to the gym. I will be here.
Exactly. The gym. I do miss the gym though. I just work out from home now.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah, you can check out Chelsea's workout videos in her story.
Little workout videos. I'm on there, kind of just little glitz.
Bet you're showing up every day.
Yeah, that has been a game changer though for my stress and stuff. I'm telling you, there was some like dark moments of that as well. Like I found myself drinking way too much. Like because you're like, oh, they don't have to wake up till freaking 9. I don't give a shit. We're all drinking. Not my kids, but
we're all drinking.
Just me and my husband.
I feel like a lot of people went that direction. And if I
that's
wasn't
dangerous.
Pregnant, I would have probably spiraled down that too.
Well, that can be really rough if you don't know how to come back from it. If you're using that as like a coping mechanism, that's really hard, But I think that they probably saw a lot of spikes in people drinking too much,
And probably like suicide stuff, it definitely affected mental health, I'm sure.
100%.
For me, I don't mind just being locked up in my house, staying home. Well, like I was cool.
No, totally. Well, I have 2 of my sisters are the same way. They're like, oh, we love it. It's
like
great.
My life hasn't changed a bit.
I was like going through human withdrawals. Like I legit love humans. So I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like I'm just stuck with these 4?
Yeah.
So I would have like Zoom, you did it too, where you have like Zoom calls with your friends and stuff.
And I didn't even, no offense friends, but even that I was like, ooh, anxiety, we have to do this, and we had, like I just talked to you 2 days ago, we have to do this.
Oh, I was terrible. I was so loud on it, but I was like, you need to be quiet. The neighbors can hear you screaming your terrible things you were screaming. It was fun, but like I am that social person. I love interaction with people. I love getting to know people and stuff like that. I like that connection. I am having a hard time at work because even with your mask on, you can't really really fully express like how you're
mouthing
feeling.
Fuck you to me, or are they
smiling?
Exactly.
I had one table where I'm like, I swear I'm smiling right now. He's like, no, I can tell with your cheeks. And I'm like, that's awkward. Thanks.
I can see all your wrinkles.
Yeah, he's like, oh no, girl, you're good. I'm like, okay. It was really weird. But I think that part of the interaction is difficult.
Yeah. Well, I did miss going to places like for Archer. Yeah. Like going to all his little classes and stuff. Because he was right at that age where they're moving from like parallel play to actually like interacting more and playing with the other kids, and that's right when everything stops. So I'm like, I hope this isn't going to make him like socially awkward, because it's like right when that was all supposed to be like developing for him.
Well, I think you're fine because everybody else was going through the same thing too.
Yeah,
so they'll all be socially awkward.
We'll all be weirdos together.
But that's a key point to growing up, is being with other people and learning how they react to whatever the hell you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, how do you know how to, hey, don't do that. That's not appropriate unless you're around other people.
Right.
Like, hey, don't say that. That's rude. Like, you don't know. Then that's why kids are so like moldable. I don't know. I can't even think of the word I'm thinking of. Like, but it's like you're at the perfect age. I love that age where you're like, hey, no, man, you can't do that. Like, you can do this though. So if you're not around a bunch of people, like, you guys have a good sized family though. Like, you're around all them too, right? Like your mom and did your dad come over at all?
We were like distancing pretty much my whole pregnancy. They'd come over, but we'd just stay away because they were still like out living their lives a little bit. I mean, not crazy, but they weren't locked down. So we were just being really cautious my whole pregnancy, and now we've opened it up a little bit. Like you're here.
Yeah. That's huge because we had to drive through a baby shower for Courtney. So that was different.
So I stayed
for
away.
Sure.
And we have a few play dates now, and we just hope for the best.
And
honestly, that's all it is. It's
like you just wash your hands and just keep your distance. If someone's sick, dude, don't go out. I think that's also been a game changer too. I remember like back in the day at school, it'd be like, your kid was sick for 2 days, we don't care, send him. Or even at work, it's like, you're sick, log it off. You know what I mean? Now it's like, oh no, you're not coming in.
Yeah.
Like that's a total game changer for any cold and flu season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, that was the problem. It's like you felt guilty because you couldn't keep your kid home more than 2 days, or else you're a bad parent who isn't taking care of their kid. It's like, actually, no, he's got a fever.
And you don't want to spread it.
They don't let you go to school with a fever. I'll say that right now. But the cough and the runny nose, it's like, send him to school.
Yeah.
But then you get this call saying like, hey, where's your kid?
Yeah.
He's at home.
Well,
He's
even
sick.
when Archer was going to speech, they're like, I would call him like, oh, he has a runny nose. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, no wonder he has the runny nose, because you're
No,
letting
100%.
everyone come in.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so now it's like totally different. It's like people are aware of washing your hands and doing those little things that are so easy, but we never did. My kids barely washed their hands before this. And now they're like, it scared them into washing their hands.
Well, you should see Jeff's hands are all like gnarly, and he's always lotioning. I'm like, oh,
my hands are disgusting,
fine.
actually.
Maybe I should be washing my hands.
No, yeah, we have to wash our hands a lot. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, that's true.
Woo, I almost knocked over
No,
my
we do wash our hands a lot, but it's just such a simple thing.
I'm sure people are like judging me for like, because there's the extreme where they don't do anything, or there's ones that are open, but maybe people are judging me for having play dates and stuff, which is fine, but I think it's just like, obviously the virus is real. I'm not doubting that.
Oh, no.
But you kind of just have to like decide if you're just willing to take that risk, is really all it is.
Yeah, if I was 85 years old, I probably wouldn't be going out.
But I think I would, because it's like, well, I'm the Dyson anyways.
Well,
I'm going to go out strong.
I do have a regular. She's 85 years old. And she comes in 5 days a week, no joke, and that's her thing.
Yeah.
She's like, well, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die.
You might as well have fun.
Okay, happy burger. She orders the same thing every single day. She's hilarious.
Burger sounds good right now.
Yeah, no, totally. But I just, that was, what an evolution for like everyone to shift. And it wasn't just like California going through this, it's like a whole freaking world.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Such a crazy year.
Time. Crazy year, yeah. And I know everyone keeps saying like, oh, I just can't wait to get to 21, but it's like,
I don't know things are gonna change, really.
What's
gonna
you better
happen?
freaking just start changing what's going on here now. You know what I mean? Like, if you are having a hard time with it, I would really evaluate where you're at and what you can do to improve those situations. If you need to go see a therapist, go see a therapist. You know what I mean? Like, because that's like real stuff.
Right.
It's scary. But I try not to, honestly, this is just my personality, I try not to focus too much on the negative, because
I'm
you
good.
can spiral.
I'm cool with
real
it.
far. See, but that's the problem, is I'm social, so I'm like,
So you
I
gotta
want to
figure
go
it out.
places. I want to go to the movies. I want to go to Disneyland. I want to go to I want to do things again. I don't want to be stuck inside my house for the rest of my life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I won't have
we
the choice
did.
to go.
Yeah, we did when we went to the zoo for Jack's birthday, or whoever's birthday it was back in the day, or recently during the quarantine thing, and you had to wear a mask and like all that stuff. It's like, I was fine with wearing a mask. I don't mind wearing a mask when I'm going somewhere. It really doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? I mean, even at work, like, they're like, you poor thing. It's like, yeah, it sucks, but like, it's pretty breathable. Like, it's not like I'm a surgeon who has like a mask and this and the gloves. And I'm not, it's fine, you know? And if I want to go to those places, I'm going to wear a mask.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't really faze me anymore, I guess. The gloves are a pain in the ass, though. I'll tell you right now.
Oh, you have to wear those?
Wear gloves.
I mean, you're just like sweaty in them.
Which creates more bacteria.
Yeah.
That part doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If you're working as long as
the gloves, I feel like protect you, not anyone else.
No, and you don't even understand how many gloves we go through.
No.
Crazy amount.
Our environment's gonna
gloves.
go to shit after all this.
It's a crazy amount of gloves, and then they raise their prices on the gloves. It's like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyways, where are we now? Where are we now? What are we doing now? You've got a baby and a toddler, and you're still doing your macrame.
Yeah, I started it back up again.
Nice. That's fun, right?
Just pile everything I can on my plate. But you know what? It's like,
so you,
it stresses me out, but then I don't feel good without having that. Like, I need more than just hanging out with my kids all day.
Oh, 100%. I'm the same way. Well,
like, I need my own thing. I need to
100%.
I like having my own little business.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That also like amplifies your little creative side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is probably why you can stay home and do that, because you're firing off something. You know what I mean? You're not just sitting here watching Netflix all day. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Like,
I miss that though.
I can't do that. I have like.
But luckily, my mom still comes a few days a week. Otherwise, like, I wouldn't be able to get anything done.
Yeah, and that's great.
Like, see that laundry basket over there? It's been full of clean clothes for like weeks.
Oh,
I hid it from you.
It's like, I actually don't, but I can pretend.
But it's like, I can't even do that because Archer will come like knock over the piles.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so it's like nothing. I'm just like in survival mode unless somebody else is here. If my mom or my husband's home, that's the only.
That's how I remember those years. 2.5, is he?
Yeah, he just turned 2.5.
3 months? Oh, yeah.
Going on like 14.
You're just go. I definitely wouldn't be doing a podcast when I was.
I need this break though. This is nice. This
See,
is my therapy session.
That was my break. I enjoy going to work. Like, and so
I enjoy leaving my children.
I don't think it's that. I think it's just I enjoy having my time alone.
Of course,
I enjoy talking to adults. You know what I mean? Like getting to know what's going on with them because you can get wrapped up so far into your kids
need that break.
that you forget about you. You know what I mean? And if you aren't functioning, how are they supposed to function? So I think it's great you do all those things.
I mean, even my therapist, you know, we all need that break. We
100%.
need that time away without feeling like bad about it. It's healthy.
I don't feel
How can I miss them if I don't leave them, you know?
Exactly. And how can you be a better mom if you don't, you know, fill up your tank too?
If you don't fill up your tank, you'll have nothing to pour into their tanks or cups or whatever it is.
Hell, they're holding beer bottle. I'm just kidding.
So yeah, man, the switch to 2, that is no joke.
Yeah.
I'm curious, we need to ask someone back down. I feel like the switch to 3 would almost just be nothing. Like it would feel the same as it is because it's, you know what I mean? Like, because the hard thing is having the toddler with the baby.
Yeah.
But when you have the 3rd one, then it's just going to feel the same as you are right now, I think. You know, it can't get any worse.
I legit cannot comment on that.
I feel like it can't get worse.
Came from a family of 6, so I guess maybe it can't get worse.
Because then, when you have the 3rd, you'll once again have a toddler and a baby, and then just an older one. And that older one should help entertain with the toddler. I almost feel like it won't be as bad as this is.
Maybe.
Because this fucking sucks sometimes.
I'm off. Yeah, I stopped it too. We'll just leave it at that.
Well, geez, I mean, if you're on the fence about having 2, then maybe lean towards
No.
It's hard.
It is hard, but motherhood's hard. You know, like
it's hard with 1.
It's hard with 1. It's hard with 6. It's hard with 2. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, what did we do?
Ourselves. No, have children. It's like, like it's just crazy.
Because it's a blessing. I'm at a stage now where I can enjoy it even when they're screaming at me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in the lovely, let me scream back at you phase because my Fortnite got taken away. That's a great phase.
Yeah, every age I'm sure has
every single
challenges.
Age. Even as an adult. Like even as a 30-year-old or whatever, your parents are probably still worrying about you, no matter what. Even if you're successful or whatever, it's this constant thing until the day you die. So it's like
that's what I'm saying. Like, why do we do this to ourselves? Like, the joy outweighs the stress.
Totally,
I guess.
No, for sure. Some days it doesn't. Some days you feel like shit, but the better days I feel like outweigh the bad days. Yeah, but that's just my thoughts. Yeah, I guess.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
How long have we been?
I have no idea. Our timer thing's way over there.
Oh, yonder. But yeah, so I guess we'll just be going over like topics and stuff, right? We're going to be doing that like in the next few weeks, seeing like where this takes us. Yeah. Have some more guests on. If anyone wants to be on, just reach out to us. We'll let whoever wants to come on board.
Yeah. We'll just
squeeze in.
We'll just figure it out as we go.
Figure it out. We're having a good time. It's our little fun activity.
Yeah.
And hopefully you like it.
Yeah.
I mean them.
So we'll be on the iTunes, on the internet. We'll be there. I think we'll probably put it up on YouTube still, so you can watch us there.
And if we don't want to do that, we don't have to.
And IGTV, we'll probably put it up there.
We'll hit up our stories more often and stuff.
Yeah, so we'll just see. Don't have any expectations from us.
No, we're just kind of getting our rusty gears going again.
We'll just see.
This might be our first rusty run, and then we'll kind of get going.
See how it goes without me feeling totally overwhelmed.
Yeah, don't feel overwhelmed.
Well, I feel overwhelmed over absolutely nothing.
So. Oh, in general.
Yeah.
That's what
on
you're
saying. On a good day, my anxiety is through the roof.
Yeah. And on a bad day, you better get the hell out of that house right now.
We'll take this easy and
have a good time. It's your positive hour. Has it been an hour? No.
I don't think so.
Anyways, well, catch us on the web.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think maybe we should air this like Monday. We'll have to talk to our one production member.
I thought you fired him.
I know, but he's part-time now. That's what I meant to say.
He's part-time due to COVID.
Yeah. We have fired him. Maybe we'll do Mondays, maybe Tuesdays. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll
It'd
see.
be a nice start.
Monday morning.
We would
chatter.
be an amazing start to someone's week, right? On a Monday,
especially if you're having like a Monday blues.
Hello, conceited. So yeah.
It'll be fun though. Okay, cool. So let's wrap it up.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
Sure. Have a great day.